Okay. Now please read. 178 we have finished. Now read 179. 178, please read again. Asangachidrupa amum vimoya dehendriya prana gunair nivadhya aham mameti brahmayatyajasram manasya krutveshu phalopabhuktishu adhyasa doshat purushasya sansriti adhyasa bandhastvamunaiva kalpitah rajastamo doshavato vivekinah janmadi dukkhasya nidanametate adhyasa dosat purushasya sansruti adhyasa bandhastamunaiva kalpitah rajastamo doshavato vivekinah janmadi dukkhasya nidanametate. Right, so see that role of the mind in the bondage. In fact, manoya vidya bhavavanda hetu. What is that verse? Nahyastya vidya. That's me. Major. This. Okay. Cooperative endeavor. I hope each one remembers it, okay? Because that's the most beautiful verse. Nahyastya vidya manaso tirikta. There is no ignorance other than the mind. I hope you have seen, you feel it every moment. Because the moment you see that, no more you shall blame the world, creation, creator, God, truth, anyone. Not recognizing these, people go on ending up in blaming everybody. Please appreciate. You can blame people to make your life comfortable, uncomfortable, but not unhappy. You can blame the climate, maybe to make your life uncomfortable. Oh, it's too much of a heat, 79 or 100 degree. Too much of cold, too much of rain. Makes life uncomfortable. Even the criminals also will make your life uncomfortable. But you are deep within happy with yourself. It doesn't mean that thereby you are giving a sanction for criminals, sanctions for inconvenience, total helpless resignation to calamities. No, not that way. In spite of your best attempt, you cannot escape certain inconveniences of life. Try it, you shall see. You may be the richest man of the world, right time, you will not be near the hospital. You may be the president of a country. Suddenly something somewhere will happen, not to you, maybe your brother, your sister, your friend, somewhere. You can't control anybody. And when it comes to your physical body, in spite of your best attempt, one day it will collapse. So basically, you see that truth. The happiness, the freedom, the immortality, the strength within yourself. And because of the ignorance of that, not knowing that I am the source of bliss, happiness itself, the first program, the first thought, I thought. You take that thought to be yourself. Then all other thoughts, please, all other thoughts which are the product of the sense experiences. Not only sound, touch, taste, smell, but also your reading, picking up different ideas, that is also comes through your ear. Are you getting that? It comes through your, you listen to that, so many ideas. You see the way people behave. Learned behavior. All comes to your mind. Everybody tells you that happiness is somewhere, security is somewhere. There is an article this Sunday. Money is our security. Money makes me feel secure. Who says? A very bright movie star. Very bright. Money is my security. What can you tell? Or like sometimes it has been given to people to believe that, there is no happiness in this world, only after hereafter. Suppose you have been pushed with these type of ideas. How are you going to ever believe that happiness is possible here and now? Man is mortal. How will you believe there is a possibility of immortality here and now? And what is immortality? Understand, this type of very powerful thoughts when you pick up, it remains as a huge conditioning inside. Every person succumbs to it, and that is how they suffer. As I told you, I say you are absolutely free to go wherever you want to go, but you must take my permission. Now what freedom is that? The scripture says, we shall grant you freedom, but don't question the scripture. Now what is freedom? You understand that? How people are destroyed. You must see the picture inside you. Your thoughts. Observation must be continuous. Don't observe other people. Observe your mind. Observe other people for entertainment. That's fine. How this mad fellow is behaving, how that idiot is talking, see that arrogant fellow, see that stupid one. You can be very observant and you'll enjoy human characters. Because you know how the person is going crazy. But observe yourself. How does it happen? And if you observe, you shall see. Adhyasa dosat purushasya sansruti adhyasa bandhastu amunaiva kalpita. Adhyasa dosat purushasya sansruti. For the human being, this travel from happiness to unhappiness to unhappiness to happiness to misery to comfort to discomfort, all these things, roller coaster ride in life is possible only because of adhyasa. What is adhyasa? Adhyasa means superimposition. Atasmin tadbuddhi. Tasmin tadbuddhi jnanam. Tasmin tadbuddhi. In a rope, if you see the rope, that is jnanam, knowledge. Atasmin tadbuddhi. In the rope, when you see a snake, it is adhyasa, adhyaropa, superimposition. If you see the body as the body, no problem. If you say the body as me, superimposition. You are imposing yourself on the body. Are you getting that? Tell me who imposes who on whom? You impose yourself on the body, or body is imposing yourself? Body is imposing itself upon you. Body is so, sweet little innocent thing. Where does the body impose? Huh? You insult me or I feel insulted. Come on, just work out on this. Please work out this simple statement. You insult me or I feel insulted. Are you getting that? How can somebody insult somebody? Suppose you say, Swami, you are a rogue. Yeah, that's right. Must be true. Thank you. You look at yourself. Am I a rogue? Yes, he's telling the right thing. Am I a rogue? No, he's stupid. Both way you are cool. Are you getting that point? I'm not telling you a joke. Don't smile now and nod your head and then go back and say, he told me like this. Wonderful. Now this boy, this little boy, always coming and writing. He bites, he's a very good biter. If you ever know, if you ever been bitten by that, you know what it is. He is very good one. I remember it from my childhood. When you go about these guava plants, guava trees, to pluck guava, these fellows will be always on the guava trees. The most dangerously biting one. I don't know why they are not biting. Very sweet, and I'm happy with them. They don't bite. But when they bite, they take your life out. In a sense, the tiny red ones are okay. You can little squeezely. Other black ones don't do that much. But these boys are really bad boys. These half red, half black. So, now it is coming. Is he coming to bite me? Suppose I sit down, it will come over me, then go that side. Because he's just coming. He's not coming to bite me. But if I do like this, of course it bites you. Why? It's not that, because it feels disturbed. That is why you sleep, a snake will go over you, will not bite you. But if you do like this, the snake will think as though you are attacking. It does it. Just think of it. Every time, can you take that responsibility? Don't say somebody is, insulting me. No, some fellow is talking. Even if the person says, if you don't drag it onto yourself, nothing can touch you. Why? Please see. You drag the body onto yourself. Body doesn't impose itself upon you. So, body as the body, I as the I, jnanam. When I take myself to the body, that becomes adhyaropa, okay, superimposition. Same thing on the thoughts, same thing on the sense organs. Sense organs perceive. They don't have ownership. The eyes don't feel I see to see. But when I see, what I say? I saw the sunrise. I saw the sunrise. I am conscious of the eyes seeing the sunrise, reporting the sunrise. So know the truth. I am conscious of this eyes seeing the sunrise. I am conscious of ears hearing the music. I am conscious the skin reporting a sensation of cold or hot. I am conscious of the tongue reporting a taste. I am always conscious even when none of these things report, or one is reporting or not reporting. I am always the consciousness. But when I say I see, I hear, I touch, I could not hear, I could not see, you understand the reactions. So for your consumption, this wisdom is for your consumption. It's not to show it to other people, because other people will not understand the language. If you say, I am conscious that my eyes seeing it, average man will think, gone nuts. Are you getting that point, please? Because average person's language is what? I saw. I saw with my own eyes. Oh, you saw with your own eyes? I see. You saw or I saw? No, I saw. Close your eyes and see. With your eyes open, you are conscious. Listen. With your eyes closed also, you are conscious. With your eyes open, you see. With your eyes closed, you do not see. Not with your eyes open, you are conscious, and with your eyes closed, you are unconscious. Can you say that? Chaitanya Swarupa. Please see that point again and again. Thought is, you are conscious. Thought is not unconscious. Huh? Always yourself. So when you forget that, but you identify yourself with the physical body, your sense organs, tateva sansruti, that means you travel from experience to experiences and all that. And these adhyasa, amunaiva kalpita, amuna manasaiva kalpita. This adhyasa, when you say, so who is responsible for adhyas? Mind, again your mind, because it doesn't see things as it is. Why? That is because, please appreciate, we have picked up the thoughts continuously in our lives, but never have gone into the root, the source of the thought. Please see that. It is just like we have been eating to keep ourselves alive without trying to understand the nature of the food. As a result, you engage yourself in an innocent pastime called eating food for your survival, but you end up dying because of your wrong eating of habits. Are you getting that? You are eating rice, you are eating sweet, eating carbohydrate, just to keep yourself alive. But your innocent habit kills you. When you get into problem, then you start waking up. Reduce fat, reduce oil, reduce sugar. Are you getting that? Exactly same example. Just like for your survival, you are eating the food. For your living, you are seeing, hearing, tasting, touching, smelling. Are you getting that? All experiencing. And when you are experiencing, suddenly you discover, because of these experiences, now developed very strong habit. Vasana, impression, that I must see this, hear this, touch this. That is exactly like your sugar overdose, like your protein overdose, like your fat overdose. When you repeat a sound or a touch or a taste, then you get obsessed with that. Then because of that, you start fighting with other people. Who touched my iPod? Who touched my CD? Who took away my TV? Who took away my movie? Big fight. Why? Mind. You are totally obsessed. Then there is a fighting. And for that, you divorce. Separate from your friends. Separate from your brother. Become enemy with your friends. Why? One CD somebody took away. Are you getting that point? So that sickness, when you go for treatment, what shall you do? You look. You have developed. Just like you, while innocently eating food, you get into cholesterol, sugar, all this stuff. While innocently enjoying things of life, we get into serious habits and emotional complications. Are you getting that? And then how does it happen? I, not knowing myself, first identify with a single thought, thereafter every emotions. Anasaiva kalpita rajos tamo dosha vato vivekina. Dosavata vivekina means avivekina, that is avagraha. Aviveki. Viveki means one who knows how to discriminate. What is the I, what is not I. Where the happiness is, where the sensation is. Aviveki, the person who indiscriminately enjoying, indiscriminately pursuing every type of pursuits of life, indiscriminately living his lifestyle, indiscriminately living his life, such a person, what happens to him? Rajas tamo doshavataha. He is full of rajas and tamas. Aviveka means what? Where your viveka is gone. What is viveka? Nitya, anitya, vastu viveka. The right discrimination is between the eternal, ephemeral. What is eternal? What is ephemeral? What is absolute? What is relative? What is the happiness? Where it is not. Very clearly you see. Whereas the person who doesn't discriminate that way, because of the ignorance of himself, tamaha, rajas, completely veiled, not recognizing his nature, and then projection takes place. I forget that I am the happiness, and I'm looking for happiness in sound, touch, taste, smell, sight, of various kinds. Not only sensations, but also speech. You know, speech is a big source of happiness for most people. Why is the source? Understand. Why the speaking continuously gives you relief, not happiness. Why it gives you relief, you know? Because your mind is continuously talking. Understand. Your mind is continuously talking. When your mind is continuously talking, you feel pressurized. Therefore, you must find somebody to talk. And when you talk, you find a great relief. By chance there is nobody, you will talk to yourself. Understand? So talking also is an action. Somebody is pushed to a movie. Somebody pushed to a sight or a sound or a taste or a touch. Somebody pushed to speaking. That is why you can see sycophants. People, those who love to listen to their own glories. 2-3 fellows are around and telling him, you are wonderful, nobody like you. And you'll be like to be surrounded by those people because you have a need to be flattered and the other person has a need to flatter. When both come together, never-ending discussion. Are you getting that? You have a need to be flattered because you are so inadequate, inferior, incomplete, and not very confident. There is so much lack of confidence that when somebody sings your songs, you feel very comfortable. And that one also knows you are a man of power, man of consequences. So that will also makes a living out of flattery. So you non-stop listen to your own glory, the other person non-stop goes on flattering and gossiping also. Because to make you great, he has to make all other people stupid. Are you getting that? That is where the sycophancy becomes a huge crime like. It's all restlessness. When you are happy with yourself, what shall you like to listen? Nothing like Atma Vidya. It is not a self-glorification. Self-glorification is what? You are the only one glorious, others are not. This is not self-glorification. This is universal glorification. Everybody is as wonderful as me. Neither I am not the only one, or there is not only person who is Brahman or the truth. Everybody is same thing. Therefore, it's such a beautiful thing, Mahadeva. Think for yourself. So, avivekin hai, janmadi dukkhasya nidanam etat. So, for this aviveki, janmadi dukkhasya nidanam etat karanam. For the aviveki, person is indiscriminate, ignorant. For him, this is the dukkhasya karana. This is the cause of his dukkha, pain, sorrow in life. And what is the dukkha? Janma. What is the janma? Not only birth of the body, but also birth of a thought becomes dukkham, birth of a situation, birth of a statement, meaning anything that begins. He doesn't understand, misunderstands everything, doesn't know how to handle a thought or a situation. Therefore, always dukkham, miserable, dukkhasya nidhanam. So, in order to get out of it, what should we do? Read. Ataprahu mano vidyam Pandita Sattvadarshinaha Yenaiva Brahmyate Vishwam Vayurnevabhramandalam Tanmana sodhanam karyam Prayatnena mumukshuna Vishuddhe sati chaitasmin Mukti karaphalayate. Right. So the two verses now. No, first you see one verse. So this is the adhyasa which causes the problem, superposition that also created by mind. Ataprahu manovidyam pandita tattvadarshina. Panditaha. Pandita means what? Panda Brahma Vidya asya asti iti pandita. A pandita is a beautiful word in Sanskrit. Pandita means panda. Panda means Brahma Vidya. Panda Brahma Vidya asya asti iti pandita. One who has the knowledge of the absolute Brahman. He is a pandita. But the pandita, that word has gone into misuse now. Pandita means the fellow who learned some scriptures, chanting something, a learned person, pandita. That also is there. But the real meaning is pandita. And those panditaha tattvadarshinaha. Those Brahma Vidya, those who have, and tattvadarshi, they see this reality as it is. Tattvadarshana. They have seen the truth as it is. He is the truth, that person himself. He knows himself as the truth. Such a person, they ahu what? They ahu manaha avidyamiti ahu. They say, mind alone is ignorance. Are you getting that? What is ignorance? All thoughts, including the I thought. Ignorance is not a problem until a person feels, I am ignorant. Right or wrong? Death is not a problem until somebody feels, I am dying. Are you getting that point? Please see. Poverty is a condition. I am poor. Destroys you. Rich is another condition. I am rich. Makes you arrogant. Being learned is one state of mind. I am the learned one. Make you proud of knowledge. Understand? Same thing, ignorance. I am ignorant. This I thought comes up. Go to the source. Again and again, that is the key. So when you don't see that, that is the avidya. Yeneva brahmyate vishwam. That by which, this because of this ignorance, of this self-ignorance, vishwam brahmyate. The whole universe is reeling under the spell of it. Everybody is reeling under the spell of it. If there is so much of pain, misery in the world, think. It is because of two types of ignorance. Number one is objective knowledge, which you don't know anything about the world, like our ancestors. Earlier they didn't know that you can protect yourself from the rain, thunder, summer heat, diseases, that you can cover distances also easily. You don't have to search for water millions of miles and miles and miles. You can bring a tap, a pipe, and put a tap in your house. All these things our ancestors did not know. So because of their ignorance, how much they suffered, imagine. Average man was living 20, 30, 40 years. They were dying away. Today the average person living 70, 80, 90, 100 years. Just like that they are living. So because of the ignorance they were suffering. Listen carefully. When a man is dying out of a disease, dying out of starvation, you cannot tell him you are eternal, immortal. That will be the most ridiculous statement. That is why, even in spite of the discovery of this knowledge, this beautiful tradition, not many people took to it. Why? Because anna chinta chamatkara, as they say. Survival is such a genuine problem. When the survival is at jeopardy, when the survival is difficult, Who is going to listen to the songs of immortality? Are you getting that? When my stomach is hungry, don't tell me I am fulfillment. What nonsense. Nobody will listen. That is why everybody got involved in ameliorating the poverty, eradicating ignorance of objective kind. Understand the disease, understand the death, understand the problem, understand the starvation, understand the nature of the food. So everybody started, just like in the beginning stages, suppose there is cultivation. So more and more food should be there. Please understand. So for the ancient man, if food was a problem because there was starvation, naturally to eliminate the starvation, we produced varieties of food. And what is the malady today? Not malnutrition. Overnutrition is malnutrition. Because food. And how much food? Any amount of food. So previously people are dying because they are starving. Now they are dying because of overweight. So that is where the world comes to little senses. What is happening? In spite of so many riches, why people are so unhappy? So now, sustain yourself for your happiness. Go on to yourself. So the relative ignorance made people search for things in life. Food, accommodation, disease, sustenance, all these things has to be understood. Having understood it, then you come to discover, not only I must understand about my body, understand about the food, but also I must understand about myself. Like take 3 steps. Understand, take 3 steps. When you are suffering from the hunger, you don't say, the stomach is bad or the body is bad. How to fulfill it? Because this is natural. So you started producing food first. You don't blame the body, you blame the food. You start producing food. Then when you started eating, it took away your hunger. Gave you good health for some time. Suddenly discover you can't eat certain things anymore. What is happening? Food is wrong? No, food has given me health. So something in the system there is a limitation. Then you look at your body and that is how medical science begin. Are you getting that? How your attention first is naturally in the world. And when you have enough of food, enough of infrastructures to keep man alive, then you discover in spite of the food, how am I suffering? Oh, there is something called a sugar, something called fat. Oh, so you take care of that. Listen please, you take care of that. When you take care of that, so sugar is free. Now disease is cured. Food is there. Then why still I am unhappy? Something wrong with me. I. Who is this I? Are you getting that point, please? This is the normal cycle of every individual. Should everybody repeat the same mistake all the time? If one generation knows this, then you program it well. Take care of the physical conditions of the outside conditions. Infrastructure should be available. Take care of the physical body. Take care of the mind. So 3 types of things. Are you getting that? Make it available for everybody. Objective, in fact, broadly 2 things. Objective knowledge, self-knowledge. Because of the objective knowledge, keep the world beautiful, body healthy. With the subjective knowledge of yourself, be happy. What more you need? Are you getting that point, please? It's a natural thing to happen in the world today. That is where the personal gods, personal religions, the religions, this type of theology which demands unquestioned belief and other things will fall apart, you like it or not. The more and more people discover the strength in themselves, they will not be afraid of this type of imaginary gods and situations and godhood and all that stuff, because that doesn't solve the problem. Rather, such type of imagination, the God becomes a problem. The person who is talking about also becomes a fanatic. That becomes a problem. That God becomes a problem, that follower of that God also becomes a problem. We are fanatics. You don't need to be fanatic about the truth. Please, because everybody is same. Why are you so special? Why a particular religion is so special? Why a particular thought is so special? Thought is not a particular thing. It belongs to everybody. It is everybody. So why everybody must follow this? For what? You be yourself. Okay, you want to follow certain practices? You choose. But doesn't matter. Please understand. That is why it's such a beautiful human tradition. Appreciate yourself. So, Manaiva, Anenaiva Brahmyate Vishwam. The whole world reels under the spell of ignorance, and two types of ignorance. Once you finish the objective knowledge, understand. When you know about the, please see the beauty, when you know about the world, let us say, if you know more about the material world, suppose you come to physics, you know physics, you become a physicist. When you become a physicist, I am a physicist, or know history, I am a historian, this knowledge of physics, knowledge of history, compounds your ignorance of yourself. Because if you say, I don't know anything about myself is one thing, but you take yourself to a physicist is another. Are you getting that point, please? It's a completely different thing. That is an uneducated person you can deal with, because I don't know anything about myself. He's an innocent fellow. But the educated person thinks, I'm a physicist, I'm a mathematician, I'm an artist, I'm a musician, I'm a dancer, I'm a singer, I'm a journalist, I'm a painter. So strong identity. Why today's world is suffering so much? Only because of this strong identity clash. Fighting. Why two people cannot stay together anymore? Why? Strong clashing of personality. So this individuality, as though, compounds the ignorance about yourself. That is where comes the self-knowledge. The person must be exposed to himself, Atma Vidya, as to who am I, who previously considered myself ignorant, now consider myself physicist. Previously considered myself poor, now I consider myself rich. Previously considered myself physicist or mathematician or historian, now I consider myself Vedantin. Who is this I? Understand? What the average man will say, religious person? That is why we said, don't develop I. Give it to the God and forget yourself. Don't develop the I. Then if you don't develop the I, give what to God? If you don't develop your individuality, are you getting that point? Give up what? You cannot escape developing individuality. Understand? However much means I am going to give up everything to God, then you sit down there to say, this Ahankara is such a smart fellow. It gives itself up and tells everybody, I have given myself to God. Oh, I see. That is where comes the pride of the devotee. Paradox. I have given myself. Now, say, Swamiji, from January 1st, I have given up anger. And I have given up pride also. Then at the 10 months after, can you believe, 1st January I gave up pride. Until now, I have never one day been proud. Are you getting that? How unconsciously this fellow comes in. There is a Gita. I must find out that Gita, Ahankara Gita. Like you have got, Bhagavad Gita, Pandava Gita, Surya Gita. There are so many Gita. Ashtavagara Gita, Avadhut Gita. There is an Ahankara Gita. I must get that. Only 10-15 verses. Somewhere I had found it as stupid I am. Anyway, so Ahankara Gita, that is it says one line, it says, everybody wants to destroy me. I shall survive everybody. Is the mafia. How? Those who want to destroy me by giving charity, very humbly, I shall sit down in the heart, I am the most charitable person. People who try to destroy me by meditation, I will sit down in their heart, I am the meditator. People try to destroy me by discrimination, vichar, I will sit down, I am the most discriminative person. The people want to destroy me by doing austerity, puja, chanting, I will sit down, I am the greatest worshipper, most austere person. So smart. Unconsciously it comes in and you don't know that it is coming in because you are arrogant, you forgot. That is why understand the meaning of the word I. Not a word passes. You are not stuck on a word, including I. You are not afraid of a word. You use it. But you are never under the spell of it. When you are ignorant, if you are not conscious, you lose yourself. Like that, did I tell you that story? A man one day came to his teacher. There were so many students. He wanted to be very, very, he couldn't take this man teaching so many students. He wants to defeat him so that instantly you can impress everybody. He says, hey teacher, you are commanding so many students. Can you command me? Then I'll know you are a master. He said, oh, what are you talking? I can't hear. I'm on the right side. Can you come to my left side, please? He goes from the left side. Can you command me? You are talking to so many people. Can you command me? He said, oh, I'm sorry. I thought it was left side. I can't hear from the left. Can you come to the front? Again he goes there and repeats the same thing. Cannot hear from, can you come to the back? He said, oh, I'm sorry. It's the right side only. I think I can hear it better. Please come to the right. Can you command me? The teacher smiles. What have I been doing so long? Come left side, come right side, come front side, come back side. What am I doing? But this fellow is so foolish, he won't recognize. That is your ahankar. I am a very humble person. Yes. If somebody doesn't accept your humility, you are Rakshas. I help everybody. If somebody doesn't demand your help, need your help, or recognize your help, you are finished. That is why this superstitious, hypocritical, religious people, you have to be absolutely careful. Every person hypocritical, you have to be careful. But the fellow who puts on a dress, you have to be a little more careful. Because unconsciously the person demands holiness. Demands. What all he does not do, we expect other people to do. That is the biggest curse of this dress. Understand? Biggest curse of this dress. When people get into this so-called spiritual life, they will gossip, but they will advise others not to gossip. They will shout, but they will advise others to keep quiet. They will be very angry, but tell everybody never to practice anger. It's just pure nonsense. Please pick up and see it in your heart. Because that is how the whole world reels under this ignorance of two types. Necessarily get out of this relative ignorance first. And while getting rid of relative ignorance, you cannot escape almost compounding the ignorance about yourself. Because when you are ignorant about yourself, who are you? I don't know. But when you pick up a strong identity, who are you? PhD. It becomes a stronger personality. That is why that person sometimes can be, if he is available, he shall know himself. Sometimes it will not make him available. Why? Because he is fully convinced he is PhD. He has a strong personality. That is why a person who is interested in this knowledge, Dayanugraha hetukam, God's grace only. Really God's grace. Ishvara. Okay. Then how do I get out of it? Since the mind is like that, driving everybody crazy. Tanmana sodhanam karyam prayatnena mumukshuna. Now comes the solution. Mumukshuna, those who are mumukshu, mumukshuna, by that mumukshu, by that person who is thus desirous of liberation, prayatnena tad manaha sodhanam karyam. By all means, make this mind beautiful. Manas sodhana, purification of the mind. Listen carefully. Now this word you have to really understand clearly. Eh? Purification of the mind. So, order some soap, powder. No, you cannot Purify your mind with soap powder. Can you? Your physical body you can clean up with so many things. Your mind, with what shall you clean up? Can you clean up your mind? Can you clean up a thought? Listen carefully. First thing, thought is bad. Listen carefully. What is to be shodhana? Attitude to change, not thoughts to change. You must see this. Most of the people usually think purification of mind means remove all the bad thoughts and put all good thoughts. They don't understand there is nothing like a good thought or bad thought. It is just a thought, how you use it. So many times I have given you the example. There is a knife, good or bad? Nothing, neither good nor bad. Cut vegetable? Good. Cut a throat? Bad. So knife is good or bad? Depends on you, how you use it. So thought of the knife is good or bad? Thought of a movie is good or bad? Thought of money, good or bad? You can be obsessed, destroy yourself. You can be obsessed, help create 1,000 institutions. Good or bad? A man or a woman, good or bad? Thought of a man or woman, good or bad? Which man? Which woman? You mean to say all women are bad? Your woman, your mother is bad? Your sister is bad? Your wife is bad? Huh? Just think. Your father is bad? Your brother is bad? So many men, are they all stupid? No. Which person, are you getting that? Which man, which woman seems to be disturbing you? On whom you have a design. Are you getting that point, please? Are you getting that point? Which person distracts you? Don't think of a woman. Every woman attracts you. I don't have to say. Shankara will say. You cannot believe the sexual imagery Shankara gives. You cannot believe. It will come in this. Atyanta kamukopi vritti kunthati matari. Even if you are the worst lustful man, look at your mother. You can't think of anything. Atyanta kamukopi vritti kunthati matari. Even if you are the worst lustful man, your mother also is a woman. Just even to discuss this, your heart will be going crazy. Why? Why? Mother. You understand? However stupid woman you may be, think of your own son, own brother, own father. Just think. Just think. So don't say man or woman thought. Are you getting that point, please? It's not. Only if you have an attraction. Are you getting that? You have an attraction. Then only that thought becomes a problem for you. A man is not bad. Woman is not bad. Food is not bad. Sex is not bad. Sound is not bad. Taste is good or bad. Nothing is good or bad. I'm talking to the adult audience. Don't give this high profile lecture to 4th standard, 5th standard student, okay? In your infinite wisdom, don't try it for the 4th standard children. They will go crazy. The 4th, 5th, 6th must be told, go on left. On the left side of the road or on the right side of the road, whichever is right in your country. When he grows up, okay, choose left, right, and get ready for consequences. Think. So manas sodhana does not mean remove all bad thoughts, put all good thoughts. Huh? No. The same thought previously you are using to express itself, to express that thought at the level of your body, to go to the sense object without any choice, uncontrollably pushed. Now, viveka kartabhya, you think, what am I going for? What am I pushing my body for there? Pleasure. When I get that object, what do I get? Little relief. Then at that time, what am I enjoying? Object, body, absence of thought, or presence of myself? Viveka kartabhya. Are you getting that point, please? You see the whole mechanism. Are you getting that point? Then what will happen? The same thought will be there, but pure. The same thought is there, which previously was pulling you. But now, why? Just think. It's like a picture. Previously you taught the picture to be reality. Now you know it's a picture. It has nothing, no reality about it. All your thoughts are pure pictures. Right or wrong? Tell me. Come on. When you are sitting down, closing your eyes, you are with a bunch of pictures in your head. Right or wrong? Your private collection. Use it. When the thought comes up, you can use it. Is good or bad? That is why don't ever blame people, blame objects, blame anybody. Unfortunately, when this knowledge, this wisdom is not available for many. So from the childhood, we have gone into wrong habits, wrong way of thinking. By the time you wake up to this knowledge, it's already so late. So late. Innocent habits you pick up. It's pure innocence. Child doesn't know smoking will lead to cancer. The fellow is chewing betel nut. He doesn't know it will lead him to the tooth cancer or jaw cancer. Innocently eating sweet. You never knew it is going to take you to high diabetic sugar. And the kidney will fail, body will fail, everything will fail. Most people don't know. If you do you understand what I'm talking? Go to a village, you'll know it. I come from a village, I know it. There nobody controls nothing. Why? Just eat and enjoy. True, because they have been walking, jumping, so nothing happens. But same free habit, when you come back to the town, free eating continues, but the other things have stopped. No more walking, no more swimming, no more cycling. But now you have got money, car is going. So car gets exercise. You get stomach. The car is streamlined. Your stomach is? Same habit continues. Food continues. And not same. Because you can afford now, you eat more. Other day I saw one boy, just 35-year-old, 5 feet 6 inches, almost 120 kilo. Big. And his wife is very thin. I said, what happened? He likes food, He was very open. Swami, I like eating. Yeah, but do you know what is going on? You are sitting on a time bomb. Everybody is anyway sitting on a time bomb. But what is the idea of activating it consciously? All of us are sitting on time bomb. But why are you removing the pin of the dynamite? Unconscious. Are you getting that? Please. So once you understand the mechanism, the same thoughts continue. But you have no push or pull. Raga dvesha is not there. That is why manas sodhana, suddha antakarana. Suddhantakarana, pure mind. What is that? Where there is no raga dvesha, no like and dislike. No more likes and dislike govern your action. I do it because it can be done, not because of any like or dislike. Finished. If you are conscious, you shall see how beautifully it expresses in your life. Anyway, it will come more. We shall see. Now read. That you have to do that. How to do that? Read. This is now he says, how do I make this mind counteract dislike and dislike? Mokshaika saktya vishayesu ragam nirmulya sanyasya cha sarva karma satsraddhayaya sravanadinishtaha rajasvabhavam sadhunoti buddhe mokshaika saktya vishayesu ragam nirmulya sanyasya cha sarva karma satsraddhayaya sravanadinishta rajasvabhavam sadhunoti buddhe. This one we shall see tomorrow. Why? Because this is a fantastic verse. I don't know, now only 1 minute more. So I don't want to start it. It's fantastic. Okay? Please think over what I told you tomorrow. Okay? Have a nice time. Observe yourself little. Please think over all that we share. Make life beautiful. Do not blame others. Observe your thought and see how you deal with it, please. Close your eyes.